Hello, good morning, good morning. First of all, I haven't streamed in a while, so I always need a little bit of feedback if all the systems are running well, because every time when I haven't streamed in a while, all the programs received an update, and then it's always a little bit like, ooh, okay, does everything work like before or not? So let me know if you can hear me well. Some people already wrote in the chat. Yeah, we have people from Germany, from Denmark, from France, from different countries. So that's very nice. So if someone can write in the chat that they hear me well, or if you don't hear me well, you can also write that in the chat. That would be a great feedback for me to know. Also, if the audio is good or if it should be a little bit louder or a little bit less loud, then okay. Thanks, Andreas, for providing me feedback. That sounds very good. Okay, I don't want to talk too much before we start, but just one sentence basically. Yeah, as I wrote on Instagram, I didn't write on YouTube, so I have to explain the people that stumbled upon this stream here on YouTube. I did many streams, like over 100 behind the paywall, yeah, for the people that pay for this monthly. And now I decided to do it again here publicly because I want to spread this more again. And I think the morning routine is very, very beneficial for many people. And I have heard so many people telling me how beneficial it is for them. So I would like to have more people doing the morning routine just because I know how useful it is. So always feel very invited to share this with people. And I still view this as a service from me where I would like to get something back from you. So that's either that you share that with someone, or that through the various possibilities you pay something for the morning routine and whatever that is. Yeah, but you don't have to bother with this for now. I won't even tell you how you can pay for now. I will do this in the next morning routines at some point. Okay, just view it as something where can you give something back somehow. So that is either sharing this with someone else, so spreading the word somehow about it, yeah, or give some money back for it, because it's work for me to get up first thing in the morning, create a stream here, and I really love to do it with you. Yeah, but it's also a lot of work. Good. Okay, that's it from my side. I will here and there in the streams remind you of that, but I will not bother you too much with it because the thing is that we want to start. All right. Since we have audio only, and I will say something about this in the end, I will of course teach in a certain way that makes sense for it. Please, let's arrive standing on your 2 feet, and find your standing position, meaning find your position of the feet, find your position of the knees, find your position of the pelvis, find your position of the spine, your shoulders, your head, and see this as a big whole thing in that sense. All your joints, how are they working together? And also look into the specifics. Are your knees locked or are they bent? How is your pelvis rotated? Is it neutral or more forwards or more backwards? How's the position of the segments of the spine? How's your head on top of the shoulders? And your arms hanging from your shoulders? And from here, I'm starting to move the spine. And we are moving the spine freely. And you can extend and flex and side flex and rotate and combine that. And also feel how moving the spine affects the other joints, affects the pelvis and the knees. And your feet don't have to be glued anymore to the floor. You can move them. Maybe there's some cracking happening, which is always nice. And now notice also when you move your spine, what it does with your breath, like all these different movements and positions. And you can also, if you want, stay in one position, in a flexed or in an extended position, or in a side flex position, whatever, and feel how your breath works in that position. But you can also move around if you want, and you can move slow or you can move faster. And from there we arrive on one foot. So now we're just standing on one foot with the head on top of the foot. And we stay a moment with the breathing. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to change your breath. It's enough if you just notice that you're breathing while standing on one foot. But what you can look for now is the length in your spine. Maybe you were sleeping in a way that was compressing you a little bit. Yeah? And now it's nice to feel like, although I'm standing and there's the gravitational pull pulling me down, I can still straighten my spine against the gravity. Boom. And I switch the leg. And I still find the space in my spine. And you might notice the breath. I personally don't just notice my breath, but also a big hole where my stomach is. So after this morning routine, I might eat something. Stand on 2 feet, but the toes are touching, the big toes, and go up with the heel. So like a ballerina, like a ballet dancer. Go up, nice position, long position. And we are touching down the heels and we are going back up. And we are going slowly with full control as best as you can. Really, like you are on stage and you do this calf raises that we're doing. Yeah, but it's not anyhow. It's like with this dignity in it. You do calf raises in front of the Queen of England. And I count, I'm at maybe 4 or something like this. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Nice. Shake it off. Shake off the tension in the legs, in the lower legs. But stand again on one leg now. And now I'm rotating the foot, the free foot. I'm rotating it. It's an ankle rotation. And I make sure it's nice again. It's difficult because there are not so many nerves that we have there in the muscles, at the muscles that move the foot, like compared to the fingers. Our fingers are very, very precise. Our foot is not so precise. So still try to do your best to make a nice rotation. And change direction. And change the foot. Okay, now while we do that, we can also look around with the eyes. Can you do this like a double thing? Multitasking, yeah? This thing that we should never do. It's too much in our society. We are constantly multitasking. Now he asks us to do this in the morning routine. Looking around, moving the eyes to the corners while still moving the ankle, rotating the foot. Change the rotation in the ankle. What happens to the eyes now when we move them? Is that even Is that even multitasking, or do we switch back and forth between one task? The big old question. Okay. Put your foot down, go into a wide stance. Yeah, like a Chinese martial artist. Okay, bend a little bit the knees, like not a full horse stance. Yeah, just a little bit bending the knees in this wide stance. Your spine very nicely on top of the pelvis. Yeah, still very like position with lots of dignity. And we stay with the eyes actually. So I want you to do circles with the eyes. That means you don't move the nose. Don't move the nose in space. Keep it there. But rotate the eyes fully down and side and up, and a nice rotation. Stay with the knees a little bit bent. Yeah, in case you just went up, which can happen, especially when you look up. And change direction with the eyes. Full circles, really go into the corners. All right, and go into the squat. Arrive in whatever squat fits for you. If you can put the heels down, it's nice. If the heels need to stay up, it's also no problem. Look a bit around here, but now with your whole body. Yeah, look up and look down, and always let the head and the eyes like pull on the whole body. Pull on the spine. Bring that in different positions. Can you from the squat sit back down onto the ground and straighten your legs for a second? And then pulling the legs again close to your hips and pushing yourself back into the squat. Maybe some of you can even get back into the squat without any help from the arms. So let's do this a few times. You sit back from the squat. You can use your arms all the time for help, as much as you need. I straighten my legs, I bring them again closer, and then I go back into the squat. Just repeat that a few times in your speed. Okay, and when you're in the squat, you stand up again. And now when I'm standing, I'm bending forward all the way. Maybe you can even do it with the knees straight. Yeah, I'm touching the ground. If you can, you touch the ground with your fingers or with your whole hand. Yeah, as I said, yeah, like you don't need to have the knee straight, but you can if you want. From there, I'm going back up and I'm looking behind me, nice extension. And I'm going back into the squat, sitting down, straightening the legs. Yeah, and this is our little routine here. So into the squat, I'm going up. I'm going forward, touching the ground. I'm extending the back, looking behind me, and I'm going back into the squat. Sitting down, straightening the legs. You understand? Now you can do it in your pace. And if you need to change anything about what we're doing, yeah, do it. No problem. It's just an invitation to do it like this. One more time. Okay, you know what? We also want to take some care of the arms. If you have a wall, then it's now time to use it. I put my arms against the wall, both hands I put against the wall, and I'm rotating the chest in between the shoulders. Yeah? So I'm leaning into my hands at the wall a little bit, and I'm rotating in the chest doing that. If you don't have a wall, you can just rotate your shoulders. So chest rotates in between the shoulders. Elbows can be slightly bent. And I change direction. Nice, and if you can, you put a little bit more pressure on your hands and you go into a push-up position on the ground. If that's not possible, you can also go into a push-up position on a chair or on a bench, or you stay at the wall. I go into this push-up position and I press really through the arms. Boom. So straight elbows, not overextended, but straight. Straight line from the feet to the head. And now we play with creating tension and losing the tension. So I'm creating tension in my whole body tensed, 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 tensed in this push-up position. Everything tense, glutes tight, abs tight, and then relax. You can bend the knees a little bit, you can go a little bit out of position, yeah, like the weight a little bit more back, and then again we go into position and create tension, full body tension, full body tension, 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 and relaxation, relaxation, and one more time tension, 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 and relaxation. And now move a little bit around on this all four position. Like you don't move the feet and the hands, but you're moving your body around on top of that. Yeah, and you can play with that. You can bend the elbows, you can keep the elbows straight, you can shift your weight forward and backwards, you can rotate, but it's all with the feet and the hands staying on the ground. Nice. And to finish it off, if you can, you either do a set of push-ups or you go into the bottom position of the push-up and you hold it there. Like you tense and you hold it there. Yeah, and you can have your hands elevated, as I said, on a chair, on the wall even, and so on. So that's for 30 seconds that we are doing it. And just give me 1 second. I put a countdown on 30 seconds. And if you finish before 30 seconds, it's no problem, yeah? But that's the max time that you can go. And 1, 2, and here we go. And that's it. All right, and this was morning routine 224. Yeah, I'm happy to have spent this morning with all of you. If there are viewers here that haven't subscribed to the channel yet, then that would be a good opportunity to click on the subscribe button to always get notified about the next morning routines. And I wish for everyone to have a great day. And as we say here in this morning routine, see you in old freshness tomorrow. All right, guys, have a great day.